Welcome to the Trail Chasers Podcast.
This episode is presented by Nexen Tire. We can't say enough positive things about these tires, and I have a feeling that one of you is going to know that feeling really soon. Go to NexenTireUSA.com to step up your off-road game with a set of Rodian MTXs.
Today on the show, we talk about the Shred and Tread event at O'Neill's headquarters in Irvine. We also talk about hot dogs. Probably a little heavy on the hot dog content this week, guys. We also talked to Denny from Syndicate Off-Road and Charlie from Redlands Jeep about their holiday canned food drive. Lastly, Melissa with Rego Fab comes on to tell us about an amazing holiday giveaway. This is a big one, guys.
The thing about hot dogs, they come in all different shapes and sizes.
What the
It's time for the Trail Chasers Podcast. Are you ready? Let's begin.
Trail Chaser, get out there and chase your adventure. Trail Chaser, our time is now. Get out there and chase your adventure. Get out there and chase your adventure. Get out there and chase your adventure. Get out there and chase your adventure.
So Cody, are you recording already?
I just hit record.
Oh, okay. So I've been texting with Cody all day today. So we're trying to figure out how we're gonna do all this interweb stuff, right? And I was checking in on with Cody because I gave him a shotgun mic and an old phone so we can try streaming it to Instagram. And I text him like, hey, he texts me, he's like, hey, what's your password, whatever. But I would text him throughout the day. I'm like, did it work? And I would just get like one word replies.
No.
We'll figure it out later. And it's just like when I got to his house, he was like super frustrated, and he gave me the whole history of the 3.5 millimeter jack and how it works.
I've been studying 3.5 millimeter jacks to figure out why it's not working, and apparently there's a 3-pole and a 4-pole, and if you want a microphone to work, sometimes you need a 4-pole.
That's enough.
Yep.
Enough. We don't want to wind you up.
Yeah, for sure. So we are doing this live.
F it.
We're actually trying to stream on YouTube.
I'm checking the stream right now
to see if it.
Don't cross the streams.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
You know what happens then.
You don't want to cross the streams. All right. Oh, yep. It's on.
All right. So we are live on YouTube. Check it out.
Man.
Okay, we're live.
There's too many screens, bro. I'm gonna get radiation here.
So we're live on Instagram and live on YouTube. The sound quality is probably better on YouTube because I believe, I could be wrong, after 4 hours of working on this, I believe I've got everything from the mixing board out into the YouTube channel.
Yeah, the YouTube feed is good.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Cool. So we're on YouTube and Instagram if you guys want to check it out. So
I thought you used the skinny cameras on us.
yeah, there's the skinny cam. Hey, Matt, turn the volume off
I'm
your
doing
phone.
it. I'll get there.
Too many things going on. So my intro here. This weekend, we had the opportunity to go to the O'Neill factory store and hook up with Kevin from Shred and Tread on Instagram, and do an event at the O'Neill store, and it was pretty freaking cool. Now, it was well attended. I think it would have been way well attended had there not been rain. What do you guys think?
I agree. I mean, it was like it was on and off on the way there, right when we were driving out there.
Yeah, I was wondering whether or not it was going to be raining the whole time, but it didn't. And we were able to hang out. We got the orange room set up, and we got the Nexen tent set up, and we did MC duties. So, what did you guys think of the event? I mean, any feedback, any takeaways? Other than the only takeaway I had is
I got to sample some very expensive free tequila.
Yes,
so that was good. I like that part.
When the event ends and Matt says, "Hold on, I'm going to go in the store and do some shopping," don't let Matt leave because he was in there.
Well, he can go, but just after we break down.
Yeah. Jose, Tammy, and I broke down the entire getup while Matt was quote shopping.
I was shopping.
All right. Well, and that's because everybody that went to the event got like 50% off everything in the O'Neill store.
That was very impressive.
It
I was
was-
very impressed with that part of the event.
It was awesome.
No, you know what? There was, I think there was a fair amount of attendees.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Rob DeMann was there.
Yeah.
Shred and Tread, Adventure Rigs. Who am I missing? There was people we knew.
Dave.
Dave was there. Trail Adventures. Dave ZR2 Dave.
Yes.
It was really cool. It was kind of a little bit different than some of the other events we've been to. We kind of hammed it up on the mic a little bit. We had the speakers set up so we were able to talk into the microphone. And at one point, Matt went over into the hot dog line.
Dude, that girl behind Matt.
Oh, dude.
It's so funny watching like people when they don't like. They're,
Yeah. Oh.
Like, dude, I was taking pictures of Matt when he was like talking to the guy in front of him and his kid. But then I was also looking at the girl behind him, and she was like pretending like she was busy on her phone or
Yes.
something.
Well, and that's so
and that was the key. And like Cody keyed in on that. It's like, dude,
immediately.
So the whole story is they were giving away free hot dogs, and of course I waited till the line died down, and then I walked over there with the mic, with the wireless mic,
Yeah.
and well.
You were
I
going to
feel
you were
bad-
going to do a field report from the hot dog
I feel
stand.
bad for the guy. I walked up, I was behind because he had no control. But the chick that showed up behind me, she didn't have to get in line, so that just makes you a target. Sorry, go get another hot dog someplace
Go
else.
stand in the other hot dog
Yeah,
line, but
Matt's-
there wasn't another line.
Matt's standing in line, and Matt's probably 50 yards from me, and I can see him, and the wireless mics are working, and then we got the speakers going, and I'm like, hey, Matt, what's it like over there? Can you smell the hot dog? What are you going to put on your hot dog? And he says, I don't know. Let me ask this gentleman what he's going to put on his hot dog. So he sticks the mic in front of the guy's face, and the mic's like, the guy's like, one-word answers.
Yes,
And then
everybody's
and
just yes.
to your
No.
point,
No.
the lady walks up behind you. As this is happening,
Yeah.
and then she just kind of takes one step back to separate herself, and then looks down at her
Yeah,
phone, and
she's
she's
like-
doing this, and I was like, oh no, she's done.
But it's
No,
funny
she's
because
done.
everything's being heard over the PA system, so everybody's hearing what's going on.
everybody was hearing it. Hi, Susan, by the way, if you're my sister-in-law just logged in on the live feed. And hey, Rob Flores is there. I see Rob the Man. Rego Fabrication is there. Rego Fabrication is here on the live feed. We just had a long conversation with Rego about something that is extremely exciting. We're not going to tell you what it is.
Oh yeah, we can't because this is live.
This is live.
Oh, man.
So Thursday, for those of you that are live, Thursday we're going to announce something that's going to be pretty awesome with Rego, and so you better turn in and download the show to hear that. So Kevin also set up a really cool deal with O'Neill when we showed up. O'Neill had backpacks full of swag to give away, and
that was great.
and
yeah.
there were good backpacks. I mean, I'm a backpack aficionado.
You are.
They were really cool. And
Hey, how many laptops could you fit into one of those?
it's a single sleeve. It's a single sleeve laptop. I probably fit 2 in there, but if you load it correctly. But the laptops were I mean, the backpacks were awesome. We left the event, and Tammy and I went to Disneyland for an event there, and
Hey, you don't have to brag, bro.
I'm just saying. And I actually loaded up our jackets and stuff in one of those backpacks and took it with me. So I got to roll the O'Neill backpack for the first day. So he set that up with O'Neill with all those giveaways, and then he set up a bunch of raffles. There was like 4 big remote control cars, some Baja Design lights from Villamont Market. We gave away some shirts and hats and stuff. There was a bunch of different stuff given away. Adventure Rigs. The guys at Adventure Rigs, shout out to those guys, because they not only did they have like a cooler, an ice chest full of monsters, that at the end of the day they were like, hey, you guys want these? And they threw a case of monsters at us.
Joe was there as well. He says we're out of the cool kids.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Joe got mad
because we neglected to mention.
Is it because we neglected to mention him, or is it
We'll
because
never get into that club anyhow?
I know. So Joe from SoCal Tacomas, or SoCal Tacomas, he at the end of the event isn't quite over yet, and everybody that had been driving by and leaving,
they're going down like the main, like Radio Row. Or
Yeah,
whatever, right?
every time someone drove by before the event, we jumped on the mic and was like, "What's up?"
Heckling him.
Yeah, you guys are leaving. You're not.
I got my backpack and I'm outta here.
So Joe comes over,
Yeah.
says he's gonna leave.
First mistake number one was like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna go back the other way."
Yeah,
like
yeah, that's what he
whispering,
because he doesn't want to get harassed. So you turn the mics on right there.
The first mistake was like whispering, like we're not okay. We got your back. The second mistake was thinking that we weren't gonna give him shit about it.
As Joe's trying to walk from our tent back to his truck, we just fire up the mics.
We cut the music
just
and
start making fun of Joe, and it couldn't have gone better as far as I was concerned. I thought it was great. We see who else did we run in there? Like I said, Rob was there for a little bit. Rob cut out a little early. There were some really nice rigs there with some nice. Matt had made 2 friends that day. The first friend was our.
Made friends.
Yeah, the dude that rolled up in the Renegade.
Oh yeah, his name was Dave.
Hey Dave. Hopefully
David.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave. Okay.
David.
And we do have interviews from this event, but our night is getting long. Like this episode's
There's
gonna be
already
kinda long.
enough stuff running right now,
Yeah.
like with all the screens and YouTube and Nexon or Instagram. Why did I say Nexon?
I don't know.
In order to integrate like what we recorded would just be too much.
Yeah,
for sure.
So we'll go through some of the interviews from.
You're not working right now, and you can't afford the electric bill that we'd be running. It's,
we're all gonna be glowing by the time we get out of this room.
I'm not sure why we have to talk about my work.
You brought it up.
I didn't say anything about not working.
Now.
When did I say anything
He
about
did not even bring it up.
No. And technically, I'm still getting paid. That's what severance is. You get a paycheck, and I go back to work in January.
I hate you.
I know. I'm saying, look. If anybody
You're
out
all
there
happy. When we showed up today, we usually show up about 5:00. He's running like literally. You were sprinting around the house
because he's on a low carb diet.
Yeah,
now.
you were vibrating like
he's on no carbs now.
What's going on, dude? Slow down. You're making me nervous,
dude. I am settling in to the stay at home life, man. I am.
What'd you call it again? You're a house husband.
A house husband. I can settle into the house husband's life.
Mr. Mom.
Yes, I could do it, man. Like I'm feeling good about this. I don't even want to go back to work in January, but I got to. But if anybody's looking for a full-time house nanny or something that pays really well, I'm down. I mean, I'm getting stuff done, and I feel good about going to the gym every day again.
Can you go? Just stop by my house. Just take 2 days and go by my house and just do something. I have some stuff that
There's
I
a
need
list.
done.
There's a list.
Yeah, I'll leave a list there.
I'm sure I don't need a list of things to do. I've got plenty of my own things to do.
My house.
Yeah, but
They can come to my house and fix my wall.
I'm not going to either of your houses. I'm staying here and doing stuff.
All right.
But
some house husband you are.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Well, you're not my sugar mama.
Not yet.
First of all,
not with an attitude like that.
So we what else about this weekend? I mean, it was a really fun event. Oh, and then it's like I said, at the end of the day, Matt's like, hey, since everybody's gone, I'm gonna go into the store and check out some of these deals. Cool. And
that's because you guys ditched your responsibility. I was there emceeing the event. That's what I was there for.
I didn't go shop.
I waited until the end.
I didn't go shop.
Till the end.
No, I went.
And then I went. And there was a very long line of people because they were like, that was some killer deals, man. I bought stuff in there just because it was 60% off that I wouldn't buy normally. Like,
Yeah,
I would never buy this jacket.
I would never buy the stuff I would have bought
Yeah.
unless without that discount.
Oh, for sure. And the O'Neill stuff is great quality. I love O'Neill products. They're fantastic. And to get them at that price was great. And thank you, Kevin, for that. But I was fortunate enough to have my wife there, and she went shopping, so I didn't have to do it. But once we did, actually we did. After we broke down and got everything ready to go, we went back in the store for a little bit and bought a couple things. But I mean, overall, just the vibe of the event, the people that were there, the people we got to talk to. Other than I don't know if Melissa's listening now, our new listener Melissa. She was the one.
Oh, she was giving you. You were getting mad, dog.
So we're doing the raffle.
She wanted like everything that we were giving away. It was like she had to have.
it's what's funny is I was doing the
And we're talking shirts.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
I was reading the raffle numbers.
Just give her a shirt already.
And Melissa and her husband are off to the right, and they every time I'd read a number, I'd kind of look over, and she'd have this smirk on her face, and like then all of a sudden I just started exaggerating her responses and making it like feel like I was intimidated, and she just played with it. She thought it was funny, like she went with it, and she is now following us on Instagram.
That's great, but that's the difference when you give like a listener or somebody some shit and they play along. I'm trying to have fun with like people in a hot dog line, and it's like, don't effing talk to me.
Whoa.
I'm just trying to get a hot dog, dude. I don't want to play a part in your bit.
I mean,
whatever this is.
Matt, would you listen to a podcast about hot
I
dogs?
know that I asked her. So would you? What are we talking about here? This seems pretty bad. Would you listen to a podcast about hot dogs? She just nope. No, she just said nope. All right.
Hey, what about the Nissan guy you almost got into a fight with?
Oh no!
I
he
befriended
did.
the Nissan guy.
So I think I thought about it after the fact. So
I think the tone might have been confused.
So a guy rolls up in a Nissan Xterra, and as I was walking back to the booth, and I saw him, and I saw him
too.
I saw him walk in, and I made a comment about, "Hey Matt, there's one of your Nissan brothers," and we literally the Frontier is parked next to us, it's right there. So I'm like, "Hey Matt, there's one of your Nissan brothers. You need to hook up with him." I made fun of the fact that you guys look alike because you both had beard.
I think that's why he took offense.
And then all of a sudden he got offended.
Hey, what the F is that all about?
Yeah, then all of a sudden he got offended, and I was like, maybe we got to do something different here. And then you went up and talked to him. What did he say?
Nothing. He was just talking smack about that
the Jeeps,
the Jeep that was across the way. I think that thing was in SEMA or something, but I don't know. I just thought I heard some stuff, but it was on rims that were way too big. That that thing's not going to go over a parking block. It
went south real fast. I was there standing there taking pictures.
He just stood there, and he's that type of guy. Like he's going to give you his opinion on how stupid whatever it is you're trying to show. Which again is funny. Well, what did you just drive all the way down here just so you can talk some shit on some Jeeps and and I guess he did. I don't know.
Well, maybe my comments about being a Jeep brother a Nissan brother kind of got him offended, or he thought that like we were picking on him.
I don't honestly. He just had that attitude. So.
And didn't you say it was a 2-wheel drive Xterra?
Yeah, it was. So that's what he was there. I think.
Hey, he said he'll go anywhere that Jeep will go.
Or that one, maybe. I don't know, but I think he might have been looking for somebody, looking to meet like another Nissan person or something, and they went there.
Yeah,
you were there. I went.
Guy.
I met him. I freaking met him. All right, God.
Did he? Did you give him a card or a sticker?
No.
You
You got a bad attitude. I don't want to. No offense, guy, but dude, who gives a shit about what other people have? Just let them roll your eyes and just keep moving. Go get a free hot dog, man.
Yeah, free hot dog, free backpack,
free shots of tequila down the two doors down.
There was a built up Subaru there too. Did you see that?
I did see that.
That was nice.
And then there was 100 Toyota Tacomas. Like, it felt like a. Why? I even said that. Why are they recording? Or why are we doing this event at a Toyota dealership? This doesn't seem cool.
There wasn't that many.
What are you talking about, dude?
I mean, there were some other.
It was like the same.
Were we at the same event?
Yeah.
There was what?
Well, whatever.
The Subaru.
It was still.
There was 2 Ford Rangers.
There's a Subaru, the ZR2, 2 Ford Rangers, the Jeep, and then Matt's Nissan. Oh.
Oh, that's it.
Hold on, live feed. It's time for my daughter to go to bed. Her alarm's going off.
Rookie mistake, dude.
All right, we're back. Presley, it's time to bed.
Oh, that's right. You know what? Case, I forgot to tell him. Hey, dude, you know who you're talking to? You're talking to the tip of the spear, bro. I'm the tip of the freaking spear. Bow down.
That's what. Yeah, Casey was going to try to come down, but it was too much. Oh,
dude, I wouldn't drive all the way down to Irvine. I don't care if they're giving away free.
I don't care if it was
filet mignon. Like, I'm not coming down to Irvine from Big Bear.
It was a long way away. But I mean, overall, I'm super appreciative of Kevin for including us in the event and inviting us and letting us be part of it. And we had a really good time. We're getting to the point now where it's we get this set up, we get everything plugged in and set up and ready to go, and
Yeah, we only had feedback like I don't know, a dozen times where we squealed. Nearly broke some windshields from.
People kept walking in front of the speaker.
Yeah, you knew better.
No,
I didn't know better.
It was you.
Yeah. I stayed behind the scenes.
I know it was me, Jose. I was trying to blame it on Matt, but yeah, we still have some. I mean, look, we're figuring this stuff out as we go, right? But I felt good about getting the getting it all set up and having the being able to do the MC stuff and the raffles, and we did that at the Rob Demand event earlier this year. We did this one. We've done a couple of these now, to where I'm feeling really good about the way our setup is and being able to do it. And it's fun. I really enjoy that part of it. I mean, similar to like what's going on with the live stuff where people are talking to us. It's fun to be out there and actually like be able to talk to into the mic. It comes out in the speakers. People can hear us and interact with us and joke. And I think that's a really good time.
They can. Maybe they should. Like they should start doing that. Go ahead and interact with us. Right. If you see us on mic.
Yeah. It looks like we have actually five viewers on YouTube now.
Oh, I jumped in.
Oh, Sorry. Now we have 6, including Jose. We have 6, including Jose. Yeah, I don't. The YouTube.
No, I'm on there too.
So we have 4.
That's all right.
Well, hey, I mean, people don't know that we
No. This was literally this YouTube setup was finalized like 2 hours ago, or maybe 3 hours ago, because we've been recording for a while. But I think I finally got the YouTube stream set up and able to go.
I'm reading a comment. What's the circumference of the Forums of Justice?
Oh man!
Now or back then? Because I assure you, it was a bigger circumference back then. Yeah, even Rob said now or back then. I've whittled away a little bit, and I don't have quite the circumference as I used to. Although I think the circumference has shifted from the arms to the midsection.
Yeah.
So I've like the whatever the circumference was in the forearm has just kind of worked its way down to this area here and stopped.
So is that the abdominal zone of
the abdominals of justice? No, no one's getting justice out of these abdominals, that's for sure. What else, guys? I mean, what other things? Like I said, so the live portion now is happening. We started recording at 6:00. At 6:00, we had a conversation with Danny and Charlie at Redlands Jeep about an event they have coming up. So they're doing a canned food drive on December 14th at Redlands Jeep, and we got to talk to them about that. And then we had Melissa Rago on from Rago Fabrication. We talked to them for a while.
For upcoming stuff.
For a very big upcoming thing that you'll need to be aware of if you are...
Just look out for their posts.
Yeah, for sure. You'll hear it Thursday when this episode drops, but they're doing something really fantastic this year to celebrate the holiday season, and we're very, very grateful to be part of it. So if you have some if you have an off-road rig and you do this kind of as your hobby and you want a good Christmas present, I'm going to say keep an eye out on what Rago is doing, and we'll post up on it too. Rescue Con, Torso of Mediocrity. Come on, man.
Yes.
I don't even think
that was right there was worth like live streaming. That's why we did it. That's why we're doing this. I want to advertise some stuff on my belly, and I want to talk about the torso of indifference. What was that?
If I'm the torso, if I'm the torso,
mediocrity, whatever.
Am I the torso of mediocrity?
Yeah.
Oh, then what are you guys?
I'm Fat Thor, dude. What do you want?
Matt is Fat Thor.
Oh man.
Like if you guys,
I want to get a Fat Thor shirt so bad.
There's no follow up to it.
Oh, dude, Matt, you give Matt a hammer and he is Fat Thor 100%.
I love it. I was going to comment how you stepped inside the store for a minute, or you stepped out somewhere, and then me and Jose just started ranting on stuff for a good 15 minutes. We should have recorded. because that was some gold there.
I was looking for Kevin. I was running around looking for Kevin, and when I came back, you were commenting
so
about
you're-
how it's
so
like
you're
Dad came back.
We're probably giggling.
No, so you came back. So me and Matt were talking on the wireless mics because we were walking around. You came back to the booth and you started announcing some stuff, but like we kept
we were
staring at
killing-
you.
we were
staring
killing on you,
Yeah,
while you were
we were
announcing.
staring at Cody while he was like announcing stuff, and he kept like
He got all nervous.
Yeah.
Well, I said when I
So I know they're talking.
Yeah,
about
so
me
I was
right
trying.
now.
I was trying to get people. I'm like, hey, everybody, will you go talk to those two guys because I know they're making fun of me right now. I need everybody to go talk to them. Nobody did. Nobody did. And matter of fact, now that you say that, I haven't even listened to the recordings that are on here.
Do it.
you'll have to listen to it because then you'll get the context of the hashtag I put up.
Oh, I'm not even. I don't even think that's a good idea. But we're gonna play those interviews next week because, like I said, we have really good content, a lot of content already for the other two stuff that we're doing. Anything else that we want to talk about with the live feed and for the intro?
Well, going back to the event, I think this time, we started like riffing on the mic, but we're broadcasting it like out to the public, and I think that went over really well. Like people were laughing, and,
Yeah.
like
We got some chuckles, and then we told them to go get some tequila shots because we get funnier after a couple
That's right.
shots.
it was
and-
scientifically
I get
proven.
funnier when I take shots. You get funnier, or I get funnier when you take shots. Everybody just start taking shots.
Cody didn't take any shots. That wouldn't have worked.
And then it's just every
It
time
might have.
every time we do these events, it's so crazy how fast the time goes, dude. The day just flies by.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, but
That was a lot of. Well, that means we're having fun.
I
Clearly.
it was like, I mean, because you guys got here at 7:30. We
Yeah.
loaded up. We went down, set up, and I feel like I thought we had plenty of time to get set up, but I feel like you and I were still plugging things in because
Well, you're showing me in case you're not there for some reason or unable to connect it at some point. Like I'm learning just to set up.
yeah.
That way, there's redundancy in case you can. I'll do
In case
it.
you blow out another Achilles
Yeah.
or something.
Your
you gotta-
third Achilles.
Hey, look,
Your third Achilles.
if I were to blow out,
Hey, whose Achilles did you get? By the way, did you get to ask for like specific?
So in both
Right.
instances, they do
like an 80-year-old.
cadaver, right?
Yeah, the
Some
guy
80-year-old dude.
the guy called it a Achilles burrito. So they fix the Achilles and then they wrap a cadaver Achilles around it. And I was like, please get me someone with some speed and some hops.
Yeah.
And based on the way I feel today, I think it was a 90-year-old crippled man. So it just like the
It was
90-year-old
worse than yours.
Yes, it's to the point now where it was worse.
Dude.
So Achilles of justice, dude. There's
It's
no
Achilles of disappointment.
Yes, I was just gonna say there's no justice in these Achilles. They should. I'm really like, how much work is it to get these things chopped off and just go with prosthetics
Get
or
some cool
like some
robot legs.
cool robot
Like
legs,
the Blade Runner, dude.
Yeah,
you
but
could
just
be
don't-
like that
just don't
guy.
kill
or the
someone.
chick from
Just don't kill anybody with your blades.
no. What about the chick from Kingsman?
Machete.
Kingsman that she had the springy
Oh.
gazelle.
That's right.
I could be, because you know how fast I could run if I had springy legs.
You still couldn't run
no,
very
I know.
fast,
I probably
dude.
could. Everything else would break down.
Exactly. You just overwork
The abdominals.
If we
the
learned
abdominals
anything
of
from
mediocrity would
from
get in the way.
from the Icon experiences, you would just overwork the other portions of yourself because you'd have like an improved, wherever you put those things, you would just start blowing out your ass cheeks or something. Like something else would go.
Why did we have to go there?
It's just like the next thing up. They
Or the
figured we-
hip. You can say
There's
hip.
knees, there's legs, there's hips. You just went right for the sweet spot, didn't you? And that's like the
Well,
best. That's my best attribute.
Just go for gold.
That's
you
your
know?
sweet
Go
spot?
for it. Yeah,
That's your sweet spot.
Yes, yes,
All
it
right,
is, Jose.
Can we talk about four-wheeling now?
Yes, it is,
Can we
Jose.
talk about some trails or something?
That is my sweet spot.
You said it.
Yes, trails. So,
man.
is anybody going wheeling this? In the next couple weeks, we've got holidays are coming up, right? So we've got a family thing on the week of the 20th. Weekend of the 20th, we're going to be up in Big Bear. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull off any wheeling. If we did, it'd probably be some minor thing.
I think just getting up to Big Bear counts as wheeling these
Yeah.
days, right?
Yeah.
We made it.
We made it. Yeah. So
I need to get my truck ready for the trip later on in a couple. It's like 2 weeks away, dude.
is it? Is it? So yeah,
2 or 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
We're planning a trip after Christmas. We're trying to finalize the details of that still. And
Yeah, it's still a secret, Jose.
No, it's not necessarily a
we've
secret. We've
mentioned it.
talked about it. We've just as of right now, we've got a list of people that have been invited, and then depending on how many of those people agree or can make it, then we'll open up spots for other people to join. I'm going to try to I'm going to do all the maintenance on my truck. Figure I'll try to fit it in sometime during the week
you're so busy
because
right
I
now.
got
You're super
nothing
busy
else
right
going
now.
on, and try to make that happen. But what else? Anything else? I mean, we got we still only have 5 listeners on YouTube. So if you twos are still there, that means only it's 3 people. So
well, whatever. It's the first time. It's like the first 20 minutes.
5 more people. We
yeah. Well, and we we talked about announcing this that we were going to go live, but I wanted to wait and see how everything went.
And by the way, we have a YouTube channel.
Yeah. And I think
Wait, let me hit the heart button on Instagram. What does that do again?
I don't know.
It's like right, they're blowing up. Look at all the hearts that are no. I don't think it means anything.
No.
It throttles you. You can't rapid
Yeah,
fire.
I just tried to rapid fire all the hearts. It wouldn't let me. But we're going to start doing. I mean, we're little by little we're adding the technology here. We've got I think the much better sound quality. You guys on the Instagram live. Is the sound quality better this week than it was last week, or is it at least decent sound quality? Because we added some external microphone on that, and I'm hoping it comes out better. But
It's because you didn't use a 4-port mic last. Or
yeah, I learned more about microphones than I needed to.
So hey, you know what? As far as the shred and tread, what was the tie-in? I know that was Kevin's.
So shred and tread.
How
shred is the surfing.
Because people were telling me, what'd you do this weekend? Whatever. Because I walked in with my bitchin' new jacket. Where'd you get that? I did something where I emceed some stuff, some shred and tread. What's that? Some guy. It was like I think it was a Toyota dealership with an O'Neill store, like on the corner
with some hot dog broth.
Yeah, hot dog broth. That was part of our rant too. We started talking about how to cook hot dogs, and Jose started telling me about boiling his hot dogs.
That's a thing. People do that.
I understand that, but what do you do with the juice? Like, and he said, "It's hot dog broth, bro."
You pour the hot dog broth in those little ice cube trays and put toothpicks in it for hot dog popsicles later.
Disgusting. Anyhow, the shred and tread.
Yeah, so
shred being like snowboarding.
No, surfing. Kevin surfs. He's an avid surfer. So the shred part is the surfing. Tread is the off-roading stuff. He does a lot of promotional stuff in the background with video stuff and content creation and what have you. And I believe he's done some work with O'Neill in the past, and he's got a buddy that works there, so it became an opportunity for him to collaborate with O'Neill. And if you're into surfing, even surfing, snowboarding, any type of action sport like that, O'Neill has products that ties into that. I mean, they're fantastic. So I think that's where the tie-in came in. He has his buddy that works there, and he's done some work with them, type of thing. So whatever the feat, whatever the
do we have any tie-ins, like any cool stores, or do we have a tie-in?
Mervin's.
Do we have a tie-in maybe with the Wiener Schnitzel by my house?
Oh, I would be down.
Some hot dogs. We can do a show from Wiener Schnitzel parking lot.
Hey, you make that happen. I'll set the tent up.
Oh,
man. You go talk to the Wiener manager and see if you can get
the Wiener manager. Isn't that the job you just got starting next month? Didn't you make Wiener manager?
I hate life so much.
Good for you, dude. You made it.
I hate life so much. I can't cut that out.
Are you going to be working in the valley?
That's live, baby.
Oh, I hate life so much.
All 12 people got that one.
Are you going to be working in Chatsworth and,
No. If you go get the Wiener Schnitzel manager to agree to that, we'll set up the tent.
I'll see what I can do. I got a lot of pull at Wiener Schnitzel, dude.
you have a lot of
Whoa.
If you want to go down that direction,
Whoa.
go ahead. I left it open for you.
No.
You have a lot of pull with what?
I'm not going anywhere near that. And whatever you do in Wiener Schnitzel, that's between you and the guy that does the breading.
Hey, we're still talking about food, right?
Stupid live. This is a bad idea.
I love it. It's great.
So that's it. I mean, we're gonna do some more.
That's it?
I at this point we need to cut it off because we're gonna get ourselves in trouble.
How?
No, I don't know. We are.
Oh, you know, you can't see is the romantic candle. Hold on.
It's gonna be hot.
Well, I got to see if
Yeah,
I moved it to the right spot.
We're gonna start collecting mementos here. Like this is the spear of destiny.
That's the
over here.
actual spear. Yeah. Can you? That's the actual stake that came out of the tire that punctured the side of my tire last weekend, 2 weekends ago. So I was telling Jose. So I texted you and said, "Do you have access to a corded sawzall and some good blades?" And you said, "Nope."
No, I don't have.
And let me ask you: when someone says, "Do you have access to a corded sawzall and good blades?" you just respond, "Nope." You don't ask what they're trying to do with that.
I don't really care. Whatever.
That way I don't have to lie when
Yeah.
they come question me
Exactly.
later.
So I had my cordless sawzall and a couple blades, and I was trying to cut the wounded tire in around the circumference, and blurn it.
Wait. You were doing what now? You were trying to cut the...
I'm trying to cut the tire. You know how hard it is to cut a tire?
Yeah, there's steel belts in there.
Yeah, and that next tire is like serious.
You must have really... That spike must have really wanted to be part of the show.
That's what I'm getting at. Is like I legitimately took a sawzall to a tire and gave up after 20 minutes, and I probably got 18 inches of cut through the tire. Not even that much. And I'm like, damn, that spike went right through that tire. It had to be. I mean, it had to be just right.
It was like the perfect angle
to go through there. But so what I'm trying to do is get the tire cut. Both the sidewalls cut off the tire so I can mount them on the wall.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's kind of cool.
You know, there's the machine side and the B side.
Yeah, so the machine side will go here with this.
What it sounds like is about $150 worth of sawzall blades.
That's what you get, like diamond coated blades.
I know these. Yeah,
and that now it starts to make sense, like why you needed a corded sawzall, because you just
I'll just blow through batteries. Yeah. So a corded sawzall and a couple, handful of really good blades would probably help, but I don't know. So hopefully, I'll see if I can find time between now and next week to get that done. And I'm gonna get all the oil changed in the truck, I think, before the end of the year. And,
yeah, I gotta change the fluids in my truck. Front brakes.
Anything the Redlands Jeep is doing that canned food drive in Redlands at their dealership on the 14th with Syndicate Off Road. We're gonna try to show up there at least if we're not able to attend.
That's this Saturday.
It's this Saturday, yeah. It's Christmas is 2 weeks away, man. That's
hey, let's be honest. Have you guys done your Christmas shopping yet?
A good portion of it was done Sunday.
Okay.
at O'Neill. My wife has been handling the other portion of it, so I think we're in pretty decent shape. But I will defer to Tammy to decide if that's the case.
First of all, Cody's like a fake HVAC guy.
Yeah, he's a paper pusher.
They said you should do some tin snips, which isn't a bad idea, but running through the rubber would probably be really difficult.
I thought about that. Trying to get it separated to get the tin snips in there, though, and then once you got to the lug, those lugs are thick.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So maybe for this small section in between the lug, the tin snips would work.
But take forever, dude.
This was not a good idea. This was not a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I'm gonna have to.
You're liable to really hurt yourself too.
I thought about that.
Because you're gonna put tools in your hands.
Yes,
and you're gonna try to cut something that shouldn't be cut. You wore gloves.
Well, you should hear. I suggested you should have got a skill saw.
Yeah, he wanted to use a skill saw.
Oh, dude.
He wanted to use... What about your bandsaw? What about your portable bandsaw? Do you think you drop the bandsaw?
No, you break the blade.
What?
Yeah. Those blades are really fragile.
Well, that doesn't seem to make sense. Why would you use a cutting tool that's fragile blade?
On rubber, it's just going to grab and bind it. So there's
It'll
only
heat up the rubber.
there's only so much. It's just the spring loaded.
Yeah.
So as soon as you start hitting something, like rubber that grabs the blade, it's just gonna
And that was
either stop and the wheel's gonna spin.
that was part of the problem with the Sawzall. As you're cutting through, the it doesn't fold apart. The rubber stays in position, and so it's grabbing the blade. And then you know how Sawzalls work great if what you're cutting is stationary, but when the rubber grabs the Sawzall, the blade is moving the tire, so the tire's not cutting at all.
But
it's just bouncing up and down,
and you're heating up the rubber.
Yeah.
It's
So I actually laid it on a sawhorse and tried. I was going to go from the inside out, thinking that would help, and then that's when I gave up. I'll figure something else out. But
I don't think it's happening.
I think your other idea with using putting it up here with the
I was going to make a light out of it, like hang it from the ceiling.
I don't want that thing hanging above me.
That's what I said, but
Please don't do that. I'll remote in from then on, and then I'll just comment on Instagram.
Yeah, I think Ilium's right. I need like a plasma cutter or something. I don't know. I need someone with a big commercial bandsaw that's more than 33 inches long, wide, so I can just push it right through. That won't work though. How do they cut tires for like demos and stuff?
I don't know.
well,
Google it.
They probably just mold the sidewalls. They don't attach them to the tire.
Maybe
like, here's a sidewall.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm not a tire scientist, so
I was thinking about that as I was cutting this. I was like, I wish
bandsaw scientist.
I wish I had a tire scientist that could help me with this because now
I suggested a skill saw. So I mean, what does that tell you?
And I didn't ridicule him because I didn't think he deserved it, but that was not a good idea.
I would have taken that opportunity to rip on you if I were you.
That's true. You know how it is with the three of us. You got an open door. You got to jump in there,
dude. You cannot let your guard you give an inch, we're gonna take a mile.
Yeah, and if you had an inch to give, Jose, we'd talk about it some more. But
yeah, well,
we are. It is, and nothing's sacred too. Like nothing is.
Nothing's off the
nothing's
table.
off limits. No,
yeah,
That's why like Mojave Trail trips, when you get a bunch of people around and not all of them are familiar with how we interact, you get a couple like
it's
Rob.
either you're gonna love us or hate us at the end of the night.
These guys hate each other. All they do is talk shit about each other. The whole 3 days I was hanging out with them.
Yeah.
You're listening to a 4x4 Radio Network podcast.
The Trail Chasers podcast is a member of the 4x4 Radio Network. If you want more off-road shenanigans in your ear holes, go to 4x4radionetwork.com to hear episodes of the Jeep Talk Show, the 4x4 podcast, the Center Steer podcast, and On the Trail with Kevin and Scott. All right, we have Danny and Charlie. Danny is from Syndicate Off-Road, and Charlie's from Redlands Jeep. We've got him on the phone. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing well. Good, man. How are you guys?
Good. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Appreciate it. You guys, through social media and our connections, we've been talking a little bit about this event you guys have coming up. You've got a canned food drive that's going to benefit all the local food banks in the Redlands area that Syndicate and Redlands Jeep have partnered on, and it's on December 14th at the Redlands Jeep dealership, which is 500 West Redlands Boulevard in Redlands, California. Tell me about this event, guys. What's going on?
Well, we wanted to put on this food drive because we're in connection with a lot of these Jeep clubs, at least at the dealership side of it. We sell a lot of Jeeps to these guys, a lot of vehicles in general, and so we wanted to kind of bring some of the people up from the San Diego area, Temecula area, Yucaipa, Redlands. I mean, you name it, all over. So we really want to try to get everybody together to kind of be out and support the cause and that kind of thing, and be part of the community and get more people out here and that kind of thing. So. That's kind of what our plan was, and obviously with the help of Syndicate, they make it a little easier for us. But trying to get everybody out here, man.
That's awesome. Yeah, you guys have been, and I think we've talked to you guys before, but we've seen over the last handful of months, Redlands Jeep has really made a push to be part of the off-road community, and I think this is a big part of that, is the giving back piece. I mean. Talk to me a little bit about that, Charlie, about your guys' efforts to connect with the people in the community.
Well, we kind of, it's funny, coming from other stores and stuff like that to really ending up at a Jeep store. And for me personally, I grew up doing the desert stuff, never really Jeep stuff, but, the desert really. And so once I started getting into Jeeps, I'm like, man, this is, no wonder people are so passionate about it and how big of a community it is. It's just crazy to see. So within the last couple of years, I've gotten, into this community to myself where I'm like, man, this is what we do every day. We got to find a way to get, in touch with more Jeep clubs, more Jeep people. How can we make the experience different and better? And so we do try to get involved with, like I said, a lot of the clubs that are out there, and just new time Jeep buyers. Try to get more people into it. Really, I mean, it's something that's growing. And it has been for the last I don't know however many years. 10 years, 20 years. It's just a huge community. So we're just trying to get our name out there and help people and help more people learn about Jeeps and even with our employees, man, we've sold 5 Jeeps Wranglers to employees and taking them out on trails and doing that.
Really?
We train our sales staff in off-roading stuff. So it's kind of cool,
Really? What kind of employee discount do you get on your, are you hiring?
We charge our employees more. Yeah. But no, they enjoy it, and so, even with a couple of my sales guys, we're going out tomorrow, we enjoy doing it. And there's not a lot of dealerships that really are involved the way we are. We got Scott and Parks, Brandon and Service. They both have Wranglers. They both go out and use them. We all go trail, we do trails together, and we take them all over. So it's kind of in a little bit of everything, some of the ones that are driven on the fire roads and the guys that are going to beat them up in the rocks and the desert and everywhere else. So it's just kind of a little different Jeep, I don't know how you want to say it, but a vibe when you come here is we're passionate about Jeeps and people that want to buy Jeeps.
That's awesome.
Or interested in Jeeps in general. That's where our focus is we want to be able to, be the Jeep store when people have questions or anything when it comes to that, lifting these things, doing whatever you want to them is, we want to be the one-stop shop for that and, be able to help anybody out.
That's awesome. Can you imagine that guy's going wheeling during a week? Like you're not even working and you got stuff to do.
Yeah, but you could do that right now. You could you could do that totally right now.
The trail.
No, but looking at it from like a new customer's point of view, if I'm like walking into the dealership wanting to buy a Jeep and get into the off-road world, and then you see all the employees, they drive Jeeps and they're like, all hooked up. And then they know the product, you're gonna be like, well, I think I came to the right spot.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure it instills confidence in people knowing that they're all doing it. It's like going to a restaurant and seeing the people there eating the food. If they weren't going to eat the food,
well, that's normally because they get a free lunch every time they work their shift.
Yeah. And you see, it's funny. Like walking through the doors, we see everybody. I mean, we see the people that want a Rubicon because they like Jeeps, they look good, and then we see the guys that say, hey, I want a Sport, and I'm going to rip this entire thing apart and build it from top to bottom. We see both. And so it's kind of cool also, like for me at least, to be able to talk to some of these people and find out more, hey, what are you going to do with it? What do you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
What's a good starting point for me for a Jeep? I get that question, a decent amount is, hey, should I go to a Sport over a Sahara? Should I go to a Sahara over a Rubicon? Well, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do? And so that's kind of something that obviously I'm passionate about because, I could talk about building a Jeep all day long and it gets me excited. But, just to talk to some of the people that are out there and get different views or different ideas of how people are going to use it. And then when they come in, a month later, a year later, and I see their Jeeps, I'm like, you said you were going to take this thing to the mall, not in the rock. Now, And
that depends on the mall.
Yeah,
exactly. And so it's something that's cool. And like I said, I get to have fun doing it because who doesn't like to, take your Jeep off-road? And then when I get to come to work, I get to look at Jeeps all day, drive them all day, and talk to other people about Jeeps. It's fun for me,
That's awesome. And how, Danny, back to you, how did Syndicate and Redlands kind of connect to do a lot of this stuff together?
Well, first off, I know we've talked in earlier episodes about us being a marketing company originally, and that's kind of how it started. So Carlos reached out to our partner Sergio about wrapping the Steppenwolf Jeep. So that's kind of how everything started. And, we had the Jeep for a couple of days. We had a blast wrapping it. It was a really fun project. And that's kind of how everything started from the beginning. And then from there, I believe I reached out to Carlos personally and just said, hey, we want to host an event, a meet and greet. It was our very first one. So it was kind of a cool opportunity. And what really made it stick was the day of the event. Carlos and the Redlands Jeep team was an awesome host. So they helped us out with the event. They had their guys out there. They were talking with all of the guests that came out that day. When it came to food, he helped provide food. He was running all over the place, making sure everybody had a great time.
Yep, they gave out shirts. I remember we were there. They gave out shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they talked to Mopar. I think it was like a few days before the event, and Mopar donated a ton of prizes for the giveaways and the raffles and all that good stuff. So I thought it was just a great first experience for us. So that's why we wanted to come back to the table and say, hey, let's do this again and again and again and just make it bigger and better. And on top of that, like, I bought my Jeep here, and I think that was another reason why we wanted to kind of keep it at this dealership, because it was a really easy experience for me. At least I can say that. It was nice because I didn't get haggled. I didn't get tossed back and forth. He sat me down and said, hey, these are the numbers. You know, this is the best that we can do. And that was that. It wasn't this back and forth game that I get with other dealerships, because I visited a couple other ones before I ended up in Redlands, and it just kind of, it was perfect. So
Nice.
Little do you know, I used to have 3 kids, but when I bought the Nissan, I had to actually give them one of my kids after the negotiations went sour. It was horrible. It was a horrible vehicle purchasing experience. But we'll miss Bobby. We'll miss you.
Yeah, we hear that all the time. It's sad, but no, we don't. We try to make it a little easier for people and make it a little more, like I said, a friendly experience. And I know that's hard to say as a car dealership. You hear that everywhere. It sounds like a sales pitch. I grew up in a different generation of the car business personally, and I know that's kind of our store is a little more I want to say like today's modern world friendly. Car guys. We're not, the old school grouchy guy with change in his pocket at a used car lot. We try not to be that dealership, because that's not how to do business. In today's world, everybody wants to buy a Jeep, and they don't want to play the games. They just want to make it easy and friendly process, which is rare. So we try to kind of pride ourselves in doing it that way and making it easy for people and, making them happy when they leave here.
Yeah, and I think your involvement in the community plays into that, right? I mean, most people, if you go to a dealership and buy some sedan, no one's ever going to run into that guy again out in the world. If you're part of the community and you sell someone a Jeep, there's a good chance you're going to hit them up. You're going to see them at Cleghorn or at an event or somewhere. You know what I mean? And you as a representative of the dealership, you want them to have a good experience, so that when you run into them out at the event, they're like, hey, that's the guy that sold me the Jeep, and I love this guy. You know what I mean? I think that's a big part of that.
Of course, yeah. I mean, like I said, it's the overall experience, whether it's parts, service, sales. We want to be able to, obviously sell every Jeep person. We want them to know who we are and that, we're here to help them out. And so that's a big part of it. But we definitely try to get involved more with the communities of Jeep people. And, it's crazy just on social media how big the Jeep community is out there and how word gets around and stuff like that. So we do whatever we can to try to help and as much as we can and get involved with all this stuff. And, charities and all that stuff, the food drive we're doing, obviously, hopefully a couple trail runs down the road. But we're trying to do as much as we can to get out there and like I said, help people. And if not, sometimes even educate people on Jeep stuff for what we can. And obviously it makes it a lot easier when half my sales guys are driving Jeeps and they're excited about them too, compared to, when you don't have that Jeep excitement or that Jeep, Jeep customer that, these guys are excited about Jeeps. They know about them. So it helps.
It's like the guy who walks in and he has, a nice Wrangler, and the guy who has like Jeep Renegade,
No. Wait a minute.
I'm just
Are the mics still on?
Just a little jab,
I think I know what I'm getting. Wait, that was ridicule, right?
Yeah, you were getting roasted right there. That was an attempt at roasting.
It's a very pretty red. Okay, it's a very pretty red Renegade.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, he doesn't drive that Renegade anymore. That's my sister's Jeep. He drives the Nissan now.
That's right.
Okay. Well, still, it'll always be the originator.
Yeah, for sure.
Got to give him a little bit of crap.
Yeah, what I did for the Renegade, I'm going to do for the Frontier, which really isn't much.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, I think that's the whole reason why we kind of wanted to, maintain this partnership with Redlands Jeep, just because we because I mean, you guys have worked with us in the past. You know that, we're trying to build like an umbrella under ourselves when it comes to our definition of the off-road community and, just getting everybody involved, like not specifically Jeeps, but I mean, obviously we started with Jeeps, but just anybody that's off-road related and has like some kind of off-road enthusiast at heart. We want you to hang out with us. We want you to come out there on the trails and have a good time, and just kind of create a family around our business. And that's kind of what we started, a year ago, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's nice to kind of handpick small businesses and companies that we want to work with personally, because I've kind of preached this before in the past, but I just feel like business is a lot based on relationships. You put into it what you get out of it. So I feel like this past year with Redlands Jeep, it's really grown, and this next year we're going to be planning our meet and greet again sometime in April. So that's going to be another, and it's actually going to be a lot bigger and a lot better than it was last year.
We're going to have to clear out the lot this year. Hopefully, that's planned, kind of.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going to be a nightmare, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. I know Carlos couldn't join us tonight, the GM here, but he's been a real big help for Syndicate and for the community. I mean, he's like, Carlos drives the Steppenwolf Jeep, and he's all over the place. I mean, I think he was, a couple weeks ago, he was doing the toy drive for San Diego Jeep Club.
Yep, trying to get down to San Diego Jeep Club, Temecula Jeep Club. He's all over the place in that Jeep.
Yeah. So, I mean, you guys got back from Moab a couple months ago, too, so that was
wow.
Yeah, we just got from Moab, and then, straight to the shop, get a little more work done to the Jeep, and then back to more events. And so we're keeping that Jeep busy and putting some miles on it and keeping him busy and all these events.
Just talking about that event. So what do people need to know about the December 14th canned food drive at Redlands Jeep on 500 West Redlands Boulevard? What time is it? Is there any specific items you want people to bring? When should they show up? That kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, the event is from 11 to 2 p.m., so it's just a small 3-hour event. It's going to be located in the west parking lot, so
it might be on the other side. We haven't decided what side.
It'll be in a parking lot.
Possibly west. I mean, all we're asking for anybody who wants to attend, just a small donation of canned foods. We're going to, have a couple pallets out there, so we're going to try and fill them up as much as we can, and then we'll be making a donation to the local food banks, probably shortly after the event ends. And like I said, we're just trying to collect as much canned food as we can, just so we can, make this donation bigger and better. That's all.
Okay, very cool.
So we'll have a food cart out there. I believe they said they're going to do hot dogs and hamburgers for everybody, and just have free waters and all that. But it's mainly just to hang out, meet because I know Redlands Jeep was kind of blowing up on social media lately, so it's kind of just to put a face to a name, hang out with all the new followers that they've been collecting or have been gaining, and then at the same time just try and give back, to the community. So I think that's like a perfect way to do it. Meet new faces and make new friends, and at the same time try and do something good at the at the end of the day.
Yeah, and that's commendable. I mean, I like I said, you guys have done a big job. I mean, a great job of building your social presence and being part of the community. And like you said, this is a chance for everybody to come meet the team and give back.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and it's kind of cool now with social media too, to be able to put this event on. We're all about, as a dealership. It's kind of hard to get these things out sometimes. That, hey, we're doing a canned food drive. Okay, so you'll get your employees and then maybe a couple customers. But with social media now and with our following with Jeep clubs and just Jeep people in general and customers and everybody, it's so much easier to get the word out there to do something bigger like a canned food drive and to do this stuff for charity and all this. It's so much easier to get your name out there and get more people. And just from what we're seeing on Facebook and Instagram so far of how many people are coming, I'm a little overwhelmed. I'm like, where are we going to put all these people? Like, we got a big lot, but it's a lot of work to clear this lot up to get all the room for all these Jeeps. And last time we thought we had enough room, we didn't. So it's cool. It's fun, but it's an easier way to get people to hear about the food drive and like Danny said, they can come in and meet all of us and talk to us about Jeeps and look at new Jeeps and do all that stuff. So it'll just be fun and a lot of other cool Jeeps to see and stuff like that and give back to the community.
That's awesome. Yeah, we talked a little bit before we started recording. We're the Trail Chaser group here is trying to resolve a couple scheduling conflicts, but our intention is to at least stop by. Last time at the last event there, we showed up with our portable recorder and got some good interviews. So I'm hoping we can pull that off for sure. And then, you guys have done, a great job of creating this partnership that I think kind of shows how a Jeep dealership and a Jeep club can really build a community around itself and, make Jeep enthusiasts or people that want to be part of that world feel really comfortable and confident in making that decision. So kudos to you guys for pulling that off.
Yeah, that's with the help of Syndicate, I know we've kind of done something a little different from the beginning. We kind of all said, hey, this is like a little different. Working with a Jeep club, nobody really does that, and so we, obviously couldn't have done it without Syndicate, and they've helped us a lot throughout the way. But it's been definitely an interesting journey. How we've come so far, like how far we've come. With the help of them and all that good stuff. But it's awesome because, now we get to do more Jeep events and more stuff too. So it's fun for us too.
That's awesome. Yeah. The stick close to the Syndicate guys. They've helped us out quite a bit. We appreciate them a lot. So, despite, now that I think about it, Matt, this is, I think we're, just about the anniversary of the failed calendar attempt. Do you remember that?
Let's
Danny,
not talk about.
Do you remember that, Danny? That was that.
You don't have to remember that.
Oh man, that was our first interaction with Syndicate. Was we were going to do that calendar thing and it just flopped, and that was all my fault. I apologize.
What a horrible idea!
All stemmed from those. It all stemmed from those dumb pictures that I did.
The photo shoot.
Yeah. JK.
Yes, you did those sexy photos, and I was like, we need more sexy Danny, and then we were going to do a whole calendar, and it just did not work. So.
No, I'm not that attractive. So it didn't
So that's we were going to do it for charity. It was right around this time of the year. That's funny.
I think next time if we ever do something like that again, definitely need to be more prepared and need to make it simpler.
Yeah.
Whatever the rule, I think the rules or whatever it was to get entered was super complicated.
Yeah.
I think that's what many people are like. Well.
Yeah, you got to write your congressman.
We'll I don't know. I think I kind of have a twitch thinking about calendars. I don't think I'll ever try to do a calendar match.
No, who uses calendars anymore?
Matt.
Yeah.
I think we should get one with Matt posing and stuff. I think it'd be.
Yes, we'll do a full Matt calendar. I'm down. I'll take the photos.
Put a couple IPAs in them and let's go real good.
Yeah. Do I get any say in this, or is it just shut up, Matt? Here's a bunch of beer. Start posing. Here's a pose off, and then just me and somebody else. Nobody uses calendars anymore.
I remember you at the Brew Fest. I mean, everybody was having a real good time.
Oh,
you were just peachy, my friend.
Oh yeah, they had a blast for sure.
You have to try and stop me from having a good time. It's just natural for me.
For some reason, when there's alcohol involved, it's Matt and I's best content.
Yeah. That's why I just give them the microphone and be like, "I'll be back later, guys. You guys do this."
Yeah, you guys are pretty mean. You were leaving Cody at the booth because he was all crippled back then.
Oh, that's right.
Wait, hey, let's be clear. I'm still crippled. So.
Yeah, it's not used to. He still is.
Just because he's crippled doesn't mean I have to. That means I don't have to hang out with him. I can get away from him.
You can walk away faster.
Yeah,
for sure. Well, guys.
Also, too, we were talking with Women's Jeep, and we kind of wanted to get on the trails here with these guys possibly next month in January. So thinking about doing something simple like Claycorn because it has options for, less built vehicles, and then, you can hit the offshoots if you want to, try some more difficult stuff.
Renegades, Wranglers, whatever.
Yeah, man, that Renegade. Look, if Matt's driving the Renegade, it'll keep up. I promise.
That's right.
It might not. It might not be in one piece when you're done, but he will keep
I'll
it up.
get it there. Yeah.
1 piece, 2 pieces. As long as you get it there, you're good.
Yeah.
We'll get you off the trip.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, look, I really appreciate you coming on and giving us the opportunity to talk about this. This is a great event, a great cause. So anybody in Southern California here, make your way to Redlands Jeep at 500 West Redlands Boulevard in Redlands, California on December 14th from 11 to 2. Bring some food. Bring canned food. Bring something that you can donate to the local food banks. They'll be there with Syndicate Off-Road and a bunch of other vendors. And keep an eye on their social media to get more details as it rolls out. But thanks a lot, guys, for letting us help you get this word out on this event.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys for having us, and thanks for the help too. And we'll we'll see you guys there for sure.
All right. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Thanks, guys.
Everybody, we have Melissa Rago on the phone. You guys know her from Rago Fabrication. They are all over the place. You know them on social media. We've got the chance to hang out with Melissa once or twice. It's always a good time. And over the weekend, Melissa hit us up, and we had a little bit of a conversation about something that I'm really, really excited about. And Melissa, why don't you tell me about this 12 Days of Giftmas?
Well, guys, we kind of came up with this idea at the last minute, but don't worry. We have really, really, really worked hard on this, but it is 12 days of giving back to all of our followers and the community, and some awesome companies that we work with, and we're excited to get started. Our first day is going to be the first day of Giftmas, which will be this Saturday. And it's going to roll through 12 days of different giveaways for each day. The first day of Giftmas is a giveaway from OEM Audio, which is a vehicle-specific complete speaker upgrade that they have.
Wow.
So it's pretty much plug and play, and it's valued over $649. And I can't say enough about OEM Audio. We have their system. We actually met Daniel. Have you guys talked to them before?
Yeah, we met him matter of fact, Matt and I met him at the the Tacoma 3G event in Oceanside a couple years. That he was there
about a year ago.
Yes, he was there with us.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't with us, but
we were all at that event.
Well, I was there too. He could have been there with me.
Oh.
You know,
he could have been there with you. I'm sorry. Well, we originally met Daniel at FJ Summit a couple years ago, and Mario is a huge music guy, so he's like, "Hey, you got to come over here and you got to listen to this. It's so kick ass." I'm like, whatever. I can hear the cha-chings going at the time, but I went over there and I was like, holy shit, this really kicks ass. So we couldn't leave without it. I said, absolutely, let's just go ahead and get it. So
nice.
The whole system is it's amazing. It truly, truly is. And Daniel is an amazing person to work with, an amazing company to partner with. I'm just so excited to have OEM Audio on board for the first day. So first day of Giftmas, we're giving away $649 speaker upgrade from OEM Audio. So
awesome.
I'm excited about that.
Nice. And then it just keeps going from there. And am I able to start telling people what some of the other gifts are?
Sure. I can roll down the list and kind of give you a rundown of every gift we're giving out and all the companies.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get that. I mean, all of these companies put in for this, to participate in this event. Let's get them some publicity. I mean, this is pretty awesome. Day 2 Action Tracks recovery boards valued at $259 with Rago mounts.
Yes, and we're going to be providing the mounts. I don't know if you know anything about Action Tracks, but they're manufactured in in America. They're made from a DuPont material that's actually just made for Action Tracks.
Oh wow!
And they're really, really well known in like the trophy trucks and desert racing scene. You can use these tracks in the snow, the mud, the sand, and they come with a warranty for 2 years, and you really can't go wrong with them.
Nice. And then moving on to day 3, Heretic Studios. What is that?
Heretic Studios. They are a lighting manufacturer, also made in the USA. They're going to be giving away 2 different things. The first giveaway, they're going to give away some of their pods, which is $299.98 value. But a little bit about them. They're made in the USA. They're really well known in the side-by-side industry for like their epic stuff. Been branching out super fast, and they have a style like no other. And working with them has been, once again, just their customer service is out of this world. So I can't say enough positive things about them. And I'm super excited to have them on board. They're actually going to be participating in the 3rd day of Giftmas, but also again on the 12th day.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to day 4. What is this regional medical? I know that I'm going to get hurt, and I will probably need something from regional medical. Help me understand how this is going to help me.
Okay, so you're going to get hurt one day, and let me tell you, I have 3 kids, and wherever we go, something freaking happens every single time. And the owner, Cody, he's actually he's been a helo medic for about 17 years.
Oh, wow.
And so this is coming from a guy that has seen some gnarly stuff. And he put together these kits with premium products. It's super comprehensive. So they don't skimp on anything. So none of it's going to be lower end. It's all brand new products, which some other companies will use surplus products, which what happens is you get it and your Band-Aids are expired 2 years later, you know. They're also licensed with the state and FDA. They have to be FDA approved. So it's all done here in Texas, and it's another great company. One of the things that's really awesome about him and their company is that they will tell you how to use the product and what to do in the situation, so you're actually buying a kit that you're capable of using versus just ordering some kit off the internet or putting together your own kit, and when trouble comes out, you're not sure what to do.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
That's important. We just
talked about that a couple weeks ago.
One of the guys that's in our group is a EMT trainer and medic for a long time, trauma medic, and he's talked about this stuff quite a bit. So anybody that listens to the show knows how important the first aid kits are and what we've talked about having in them. So that's a great tie-in. Very cool. Okay, Dave. Yeah,
the kit that they're giving away is going to be the C-Medic kit. And they easily mount to the Rego Molly panels, which is another kick-ass thing. Then it's valued at $315.
Wow, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, so I mean, so far we're only on day 4, and you've blown me away with the stuff you've been able to pull together here. This is amazing when you factor in all of these different prizes, the value that's going in. Day 5, Treaty Oak Off-Road Weekend Warrior Recovery Gear.
Yes, that is his name is the owner over there of Treaty Oak. His name's Kyle. I met him actually on the Lexus forums several years ago, and he was always an active member and known for his recovery gear. And we met in person eventually over at the Texas Avid Outdoors show. And that dude can talk hours on recovery gear. He's not only
he must have been stuck a lot.
Yes, he loves recovery, and he loves the gear that comes along with it. And all of his stuff is made in the USA, right in a facility in Houston. And they have their own, believe it or not, the facility that everything's manufactured in has its own testing. So they can literally test anything and everything up to 400,000 pounds. So literally, wow. It's way more than what you'll ever need off-road.
That's awesome. Yeah, recovery.
Have you seen where Cody has gotten stuck? You never know where Cody's going to go.
Well, you know what?
I wouldn't say never.
what you're going to need to do is when we hang up, I'll exchange phone numbers, and then you're going to call Kyle, and he's going to tell you what you need, and he's going to hook it up because he knows what's going on. And his package is called the Weekend Warrior Package, and it's a complete recovery package for, going out for the weekend and getting stuck and getting your butt out of there. So it's valued at $375, and I'm super excited to have Kyle and Treaty Oak Off-Road on board.
That's very cool.
Super cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very cool. All right, it's day 6. Free Spirit is giving away an awning valued at $295 with the Rego awning brackets.
Yes, so 6 days of Giftmas. Well, currently, just to kind of give you a background on Free Spirit, we have their rooftop tent, and I don't even know how long we've had it. It's been for a while, and whenever you think about camping and you think about getting in a tent, you don't think about comfort and luxury. But let me tell you, they have the best mattresses out there.
Wow.
I actually think, no, seriously, Mario would probably rather sleep in the rooftop tent than our bed inside our bedroom.
What?
Wow. You guys should
So
go.
if I send him to the doghouse, he's not really.
Yeah, he's like,
not
no
really
problem. I'll
into
go to the
doghouse.
doghouse.
That's a
you
win
guys,
for him.
do you guys have sit and sleep out there? I mean, it sounds like you guys are in the market for a mattress.
Yeah, so it's just high quality. Everything that they've done and everything that we've gotten from them has been amazing, and we are extremely lucky to have them on board.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've seen their stuff, and I think I think I would love to be experience that mattress, because every time we've gone camping, I've been
sleeping
it's
on
like
the floor.
It's the worst. It's absolutely the worst. Go
Well,
ahead.
you got to call them because they can take care of not only your shade needs, but they can also take care of your sleeping needs.
Nice.
Wow. So they can give me some sleep aids?
Actually, you can find that at Walmart in the NyQuil section.
Oh, okay.
NyQuil wrecks me for like 3 days,
Yeah,
though.
secrets
I can't
out
do it.
on the NyQuil.
I can't do it. All right, day 7. We've got Tembo Tusk. They're giving away one of their scottles.
Yes, valued at $225. I'm sure most of you guys already know about Timbo Tusk, and the scuttle, but it's an easily portable cooking surface. It's super versatile. It's very utilitarian, but it cooks like cast iron, and truthfully, that's all I cook with in the house. So going from a cast iron stove all the way out in the desert or in the mountains, you can cook just like you're at home. And the more you cook on it, the more it seasons, so the better it gets, and it becomes like non-stick and all those fancy things that, you want in something to cook. And being out in the desert and cooking, or in the mountains, you want some good food. What can I say?
Yeah, and every time I see someone cooking stuff on the Tembo Tusk, it's like good food. Like I don't know if you become a chef when you get a Tembo Tusk, but like it's definitely better than anything I've ever cooked on the trail.
You can't just do my special recipe like hot dogs, wieners, and mac and cheese.
I just make chili cheese Fritos.
You could, but it'd be frowned upon.
Okay.
It'd be really frowned upon.
Even more frowned upon than normal, because I'm not saying it's good at all.
Yeah, but seriously,
how do you make a hot dog even worse? Give it to Matt. Let him cook it.
Well, I'm sure that the scuttle would provide a better cooking service.
Oh, okay.
Than just,
Yeah, for sure. I think that, and it's like you said, you made the point, it's versatile. I think that's a big part of it, is that a lot of us are cooking like with a propane grill or something, and there's not a lot of options there unless you have some accessories. But this thing seems to be versatile enough to where you can do all kinds of different things on it.
You can do your bacon, you can do your eggs, you can do your pancakes, you can do your filet mignon, you can literally do your hot dogs, you can do anything and everything on that grill. And it's easy, super easy to break down. And like I said, it's very much like cast iron. If you haven't cooked with it before, it's super easy to clean. You just rinse it off. You can do a little bit of you can use a chain meal or something on it to get all the gunk, but it just seasons with time and it gets better.
I like that she's Melissa says you can cook your filet mignon. She clearly has not been anywhere with us.
What's that?
The closest thing I get to filet mignon is carne asada.
I thought maybe you guys were bougie, so I was like, hey.
There's not very many things
Insulting.
you could have said to Matt that was more insulting than bullshit.
I drink Coors Light. What does that tell you?
Shoot, I don't even drink, so you got more cool factor than I do.
I'm there with you. So let's go on to day 8. Tell me what we got for day 8.
Oh gosh, day 8. I'm super excited about this one too. Rig Supply. They have a ultra swing hitch carrier tire swing out that we have on our 4Runner, our 5th gen, and it is I don't even know where to start. Long story short, you can use this thing to tow. You can put your tire on the back of it. So a lot of times when you're in off-road, you change your tire size. It no longer fits underneath your vehicle. So this is a way that you don't have to have a full bumper replacement. But with that being said, it's still a rock solid. And when I say rock solid, it has no wobble whatsoever. A lot of people think that since you have it on the hitch itself, that it's going to wobble and create any no. None. We tow with this thing across the country, and it performs like a champ. We go off-roading with it. We go to this grocery store, and people are staring at us when we're unloading our groceries because it looks so kick-ass. But
yeah,
a little funny behind it.
And it's you made the point that it you maintain the trailer hitch where you're still able to tow with it.
Yes.
That's important because a lot of times people will put those spare tire carriers in their hitch, and then now they can't tow anything if they needed to.
No, and you can tow up to 10,000 pounds. We tow our trailer for all of our shows with this.
Okay.
And so it's up to 10,000 pounds, and it's made in the USA. It has a lifetime warranty, and it is literally just as tight to close and open it as the first day we bought it.
Wow.
And with that being said, too, is sometimes my husband loves to show people all the different accessories. We also make accessories for it and show the carrier off, and he forgets to shut it. And then we're driving down the road, and you hear it slam, and it still works perfectly like the day we first bought it.
Nice. And I'm looking
so this thing's abused.
And I'm looking at some of the pictures on their website with this for this product, and I like the one of the early ones. It shows where there's the space in between the tire and the truck, so that you could put roto packs on the inside and have those sitting between. I think that's a great idea because it kind of protects those roto packs and keeps them kind of out of sight. That's a good idea there.
Yeah, and we make the mounting plate for it. And also a table and a high vert, which holds a high lift jack mount. So we make a bunch of accessories that actually work with this product that we're going to be giving away with them too. So when you get this product, you're going to get not only the Ultra Swing that's valued at over $1,100, you're also going to get the Rego Ultra Table and high vert.
Okay, put my name in the hat for that one.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fix that.
That's nice.
Well, what you need to do right now, you can't see what we're giving away yet, but we're going to be posting that soon. But if you go on our website, regofabrication.com, you can sign up right there on the front page. It says 12 Days of Giftmas, and you can enter to win.
Nice. Okay.
All right.
So don't forget, guys, you're going to want to go do this. So because we're only at day 8 so far, and I've already wanted every single one of these things. All right. Day 9, locked off-road bump stops for the Chevy Colorado Tundra or Tacoma, valued at $650.
Yes. So that locked off-road, we've been working with him and talking with him since actually when we started in California working out of our garage. And Locked is a small up-and-coming company, but he makes a great, 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 great product. He puts his heart and soul inside of everything that he does, and he sources the best materials for the product. He's really specialized, but what he does, if you don't know what bus stops are, Google it.
Yeah.
super easily overlooked, but needed for most guys and gals off-roading or loading things in the back of the truck and doing stupid stuff. Because, you know,
No,
Then I gotta
that's
have
part
them.
of it.
no, it's a big deal. Like, so a lot of us will go out, we get our lift kits, we have bigger tires and all that stuff. You don't think about the bump stops, and you're out there wheeling, and if the bump stops aren't the right size, your wheel buries up into the wheel well and it cuts the tires, and now you're looking for a new tire. Or in my case, they're just the stock bumps, and I bottom out so much, there's no soft, it's just like crunch. It's like every time I hit something on the back end, I feel it, and bump stops would
I thought that was just Toyota. I thought that was just Toyota factory sounds.
Yes, it's the factory sound of that crappy suspension I have. But yeah,
Well, you probably need some bump stops, so once again, you need to enter the win.
Trust me, I'm gonna. You think like that's
gonna
not
use,
gonna
like,
happen as
all
soon
his
as we get
email
off this
addresses.
phone? Yeah, every email address I have.
Yeah, I'm scared that as soon as I get off the phone, I'm going to have 575 entries from you guys.
Yeah, they're all gonna be me because we're not releasing this episode till Thursday.
Oh, there you go.
So that was 9. Day 9 is the locked off road bump stops, and I think day 10 is probably, I don't know, the best of all of the gifts.
I'm super excited about day 10 because I contacted these amazing guys and
Go
I
on.
was like, hey, I want to do this 12 Days of Giftmas.
I'm
And
listening.
they were like, hey, we want to get involved.
Yeah, immediately
So,
we wanted to get involved.
So obviously, you guys know that you're going to be giving away a set of next gen tires, and you guys support them, and you've been they're also sponsors of the podcast. So
Yep.
I think that you may be the expert in this department. So tell me a little bit more about the tires that everybody can,
So-
benefit from.
Yeah, we are getting we're working with Nexon, and as you guys know, and we are going to give away a set of 5 Nexon Rodian MTXs.
That's
to
a full
win
set.
A full set.
Full set.
4 plus a spare. 5. So you're looking at well over $1,100 of value.
How many wheels you got on your truck?
I have 5 now.
Yeah.
I got the spare back.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was a joke, but it actually
no, because
it wasn't that funny because it was true.
Yes,
I'll take care of that.
Yes, side joke. Side note. I had a tire that got punctured a couple weekends ago, and as soon as I posted it up on social media, Paul, my rep over at Nexon, was like, "Hey man, you need a new tire," and he got a new tire set up for me in will call. Like 2 days later, I went and picked it up and got it mounted. I'm set. So
So you're on tire number 5.
yeah, for sure.
Yes.
So we love these tires, and we talked about it last week because we went wheeling in the snow and how well they did. These are the Nexon Rodian MTXs, and with the tires, we're going to throw in some Trail Chaser swag, hat, shirt, stickers. What we'll do is once the winner is identified and they can give us a size, we'll figure out where they're what size to get them, and depending on where they're located, we'll have to work out some of the logistics because Nexon can't ship direct to a house. What they'll have to do is ship it to a local shop. So whoever the winner is, they can contact me and we'll get that all squared away for them. But 5 Nexon Rodian MTX tires for your off-road rig, and I'm 100% confident that whoever the winner is of this, they're going to love these tires for sure.
Yeah, we're super excited. We're also excited just to get these tires ourselves and put them to use.
Yeah, we're working on that as well. I'd love to get you guys on a set of these tires because I think you'll really enjoy them. I mean, they have performed so well for us. We are totally happy.
Well, we're working on our Tacoma right now, and that's one of the first things that we're getting upgraded along with our wheels
Nice.
and tires. You got to get that.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
But that kind of brings us to the next one, which is super, super exciting too.
Yes, day 11. Ironman 4x4 suspension valued at over $1,200.
Wow.
Wow. What?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So, Ironman 4x4 has been in Australia for whatever amount of years.
Yeah, they've been around for a long time.
They're a big name down there.
Yeah, they're a big name. I have friends that came from Australia and they know these guys.
Yeah, they're badass. They've been around for forever, and they're one of the leading manufacturers, and they're trail proven suspension. and pretty much they've beat it up in Australia, and so they brought it over to America, and we're ready to beat it out too. And they have the same proven stats as they do in Australia out here, and the guys there are amazing. We also ordered a set of the Tacoma lift kit for our Tacoma.
Nice.
And I was shocked by the amount of questions that entail when you're ordering suspension. They asked me multiple questions to make sure that we had the correct size, the correct fit, everything that was going to go perfect for us. And they're just super passionate about the product. And knowing when you work with somebody that is passionate about their product, they're known for their incredible performance for the price, and they work with Toyotas, Lexuses, Jeep, Nissan, Subarus, Land Rovers. I mean, it's not just a Tacoma product. They have tons of other products for suspension and winches and snorkels, like the whole gamut.
Yeah, they've got a full product line for just about everything. We're actually looking at it right now, and they actually have a suspension kit for Matt's Nissan Frontier.
What?
Yeah,
So,
That's
you
somebody's
might
actually
wanna
supporting.
Okay.
Wow.
Once again, www.regofabrication.com. You can enter to win. As soon as you click on our homepage, it'll pop up and say enter to win the 12 days of Giftmas. So have you done that yet?
Oh, this is going to happen. Yeah,
No,
trust me. As
yeah.
soon as we get off the phone with you, we're gonna enter because we want to make sure we get entered before everybody else.
That's right. There's got to be some kind of advantage to that,
we're
right?
gonna take advantage.
Well, you'll have a good chance because right now we haven't advertised it yet.
I know. That's what I'm
Right
saying.
now.
That's what I'm saying. We'll be the first ones to enter because we want to win. Yeah, that's a really cool giveaway. I mean, that Ironman suspension. I know they've been working really hard to build their name out here in the States, and this is going to be a big part of that. And I think part of it's just getting people to ride their equipment and then see what they say about it. So
yeah, and that's a great opportunity for the winner is to realize like this is not just like some crazy cheap little thing you're going to get off Amazon. This suspension kit is proven. It's been proven over and over and over and over again on the trails in Australia. They're bringing it here to the U.S. and we're definitely testing it ourselves. And we have a set coming on for our Tacoma, and we can't wait for it to get put on and to document the process. And they're just not only a great product, but they're truly a great company to work with. Like I said over there, they're all about what you need and selling you the suspension that is perfect for your vehicle.
That's awesome. Awesome. And then moving on to the last day of Giftmas, the Rego 5th Gen Low Pro Bumper. Tell me about this product.
So, it is our Low Pro Bumper. It's for the 5th Gen 4Runner. It's at $699 value. Just like with all of our other products, this giveaway is not about our Low Pro Bumper. Just with that, they're also getting a Heretic Studios 30-inch light bar,
Nice.
which is valued
Wow.
at $689.98.
That's awesome.
So you got well over $1,200 worth of products on the 12th day of Christmas. But really, all of this is about all the companies that we've been working with and we called and they didn't hesitate. They're like, count us in, count us in, count us in, count us in. And without them, this wouldn't be possible. And so I'm super thankful for everybody that has come forward and wants to give back to the community and our customers and their customers and just offer them just a kick-ass way to start Christmas.
Yeah, this is, and then, you guys have really established yourself in the community, and you guys do a lot of this interaction and feedback and giving back to the community. And I think that's why myself and everybody else that you reached out to jumped on it immediately. I mean, I was literally in a Carter's with my wife shopping for a birthday present for my daughter's friend, and I'm like, I'm sitting there with Tammy, and I'm like, she's like, "What's going on?" I said, "Oh, we're gonna participate in this thing with Rego," and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "We're giving away tires. I don't care. We're doing it. It's happening."
See, that's why that's just so awesome to hear. Like that literally was the reaction to all of these companies, and that within itself is so exciting because not only do we respect them, we value them, and we're super happy to work with these guys, and we couldn't ask for a better bunch or a better lineup. And with that being said, too, we have some really cool stuff going on behind the scenes. Our buddy Busta Beat George, if you haven't heard of him, you need to hit him up on Instagram.
And YouTube. He's on YouTube.
Yeah, he's on YouTube.
Yes, and he has a YouTube. He's like the man. He produces all kinds of videos. He also does photography, and he actually is hooking us up with one of his friends, which is his Instagram handle is B1G Body Sound, and they produced a Rago jingle. So,
nice. And I think you sent that to me, didn't you? Didn't you guys?
Yes.
Okay, so that will be clipped in after this conversation. You guys will get to hear the Rago jingle. And while you're listening to the Rago jingle, you need to go to www.ragofabrication.com and enter to win any one of these amazing, these things, this isn't like, oh, you get a shirt and a hat. These are major gifts. You pulled something off here, Melissa. This is awesome. I'm so impressed with you guys.
Thank you. And one last person I want to mention too is Jimmy Speaks. You don't have his clip yet, but he is actually going to be doing the jingles for us. He's going to be throwing down some beats and some lyrics, and every single day of the 12 Days of Giftmas, you will hear Jimmy Speaks busting out, talking about everything, and we will have that all on our Instagram and our YouTube. And if you haven't followed him, he's another kick-ass guy to follow. He has a GX. Have you guys met him?
Yeah, for sure. Met him a couple times. He's a really, really nice guy. He's got the GX. We've had some interaction in the background. Really, really good guy.
And he knows how to drop some beats, let me tell you.
I did not. That part I did not know. I was talking about off-road stuff.
No, you would never know. And then literally one day I was on Instagram and I was like, holy shoot. Sorry, I didn't want to curse.
No, you did. No, you're good.
Jimmy, what is Jimmy doing?
That's awesome.
And it was shocking. And you would never expect it from him, but he's such a kick-ass guy anyways. And he really knows how to jam. That's for sure.
That's super cool. So yeah, definitely check that out. Check out Jimmy Speaks, check out Busta Beat George, go to ragofabrication.com, enter to win one of these prizes. And seriously, thank you to every single one of these vendors and companies that stepped up and provided these products for this. This is going to be awesome. I can't wait to find out. So logistically, so we go to Rago, people sign in, they get their registration in. I'm assuming one registration per person. And then you're doing a drawing each day, and then each day you'll announce who won.
Actually, we're going to announce it. We're going to announce each winner at the very, very, very end. So everybody needs to enter, and then at the very end, we'll be calling off first day, second day, third day, all the way down. So you enter to win between, you can actually start now. It's on our website, the entry, and then it will officially launch on Saturday. And then from there, we will be picking the winners on the 26th, the day after Christmas.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you can start registering on Saturday the 14th, so basically 2 days after this episode releases, all the way through Christmas. And then you will get a really cool after Christmas gift to Rab.
Yeah, you can actually register early too. I have the registration up on our website. So if you go there now, remember you guys are supposed to enter so you can get some of those kick-ass stuff.
Well, again, as soon as we hang out with you, we're going to enter before we do anything else, and then everybody else that hears this on Thursday, they can start entering now. So ragofabrication.com. Go now. There's a 12 Days of Christmas link. You can click that. But when I was on here earlier, there was a pop-up that asked me if I wanted to register. So please, guys, go register for this to get. This is a huge opportunity for some really amazing prizes. And again, kudos to you guys for pulling this off, Melissa. This is awesome.
Thank you very much, and I'm really excited to have you guys on board, and also Nexon.
Yes, thank you so much for having us. I mean, just like I said, as soon as I saw your message come in, I was like, "This is happening." I don't even know how it's happening yet, but it's happening. So,
Well, we appreciate it, and we appreciate everybody that's got involved and hasn't taken a second look at us asking for, some awesome donations for everybody.
Cool. So thank you guys so much. Go register for this, and then we will be paying attention to what Rago's doing so we can see when we win these gifts.
Sounds good.
All right, Melissa, you have a good night.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank George Fernandez. You know him as Bust to Beat George. He provided us the jingle right before the Melissa Rago interview. He created that jingle specifically for the 12 Days of Giftmas and for the Ragos. So please go to busttobeatgeorge.com so you can hear more of his work. We'd like to thank Nexen Tire for their support. We've been extremely impressed with the Rodian MTX tires, and we are excited about what the future holds for Nexen. If you want to be part of this growing community, please go to nexentireusa.com and check out their complete line of tires for your rig.
We would love to hear your feedback. Please go to trailchasers.net/contact and drop us a line or leave us a voicemail at 951-395-DIRT.
You can stay up to date with all our shenanigans by going to trailchasers.net/register and signing up for our newsletter, or follow us on Instagram at The Trail Chasers.
Do you want us to talk about you on the show? Best way to do it is leave us a review on iTunes.
And thanks again to Ryan Torigno for all the music on the show. You can find him at ryantorigno.com.